You want to know how you can manage multiple databases using one single tool? If your answer is yes, then keep watching this video. Hi there, I'm S. Ravi Kumar, Certified Solution Architect and IT Career Coach. At many times it happens that a developer has to work on more than one project at a time. In that scenario, it can also happen that the developer has to work on more than one database at a time because those two projects have two different type of database being used. Now the challenge with this is that if we have to use that database on our local system, you will have to install that both the databases on your local system, and even if in corporate scenario, since we are using dev servers, so we have to connect to that dev server using some database management client. For example, for SQL Server, we use SQL Server Management Studio, or nowadays people are using Azure Database or Azure SQL Studio. Similarly, for MySQL, most of the people use MySQL Workbench. So these database management systems, of course, has their own issues because you have to learn to use each and every database management system. Like, again, as I said, for SQL Server, you need to learn SQL Server Management Studio. For MySQL, you need to learn MySQL Workbench. For Postgres, you need to learn another tool. For SQLite, you need to learn another tool. So the solution for this is to use a multi-database management system. A multi-database management system is a software using which we can connect to different type of database at one single time. There are many multi-database management systems like Navicat, TablePlus. The one which I am going to talk about is called TablePlus. Of course, this video is not sponsored by TablePlus. I am creating this video because I find TablePlus very useful and I want you also to use that for your database management system as a database management system to connect to any kind of database. The benefit of using TablePlus will be that you don't have to install multiple database management systems for multiple databases. So if you have to connect to SQL Server, you will use TablePlus. If you have to connect to MySQL, you will use TablePlus. Whether it is SQL or whether it is a NoSQL database, TablePlus supports both type of databases. So let me take you to my Windows machine and show you that how you can download TablePlus and how you can connect to a database and how you can use TablePlus. So here we are on my Windows machine, and as you can see, I am on tableplus.com, which is the official website of TablePlus from where we can download TablePlus. You can download for both Mac as well as Windows. I am using the Windows version as well as Mac version also, so I am using both, but primarily I use the Mac version. I have the Windows version also installed, so I won't be installing it. I'll be just opening the TablePlus and showing you how it works. So I'm opening this TablePlus. As you can see, I have double click on this TablePlus icon and it has opened the TablePlus. So you can see here it's showing that you are using the free trial of TablePlus. The benefit of free trial of TablePlus is that it's an unlimited trial, so you can use as long as you want. It just has a limited capability that you can only open 2 tabs at a time. You can't open more than 2 tabs at a time or more than 2 connections at a time. So you can't connect to more than 2 databases at a time, or you can't open more than 2 tabs at a time. So this is just a limitation of using free trial. So that's why I'm using the free trial, because 2 tabs at a time is fine with me. But if you want to open multiple tabs at a time, you can purchase the license. I'll show you the license cost at the end of the video. And license cost is also very cheap. It's kind of a perpetual license, so it's very useful. So right now it has like open my local Mac connection. It's there. It's showing me the ID IP of the system, and I have written the my local Mac, and you can see MR written here because this is MariaDB connection. So when I click on here, click a new connection, it will show me a new connection and it will give me the option to connect the database, whichever database I want. So if I want to select MySQL, MariaDB, SQLite, SQL Server, whatever database I want to connect, it will show me that database. Now as you can see, I have connected my SQL Server to the TablePlus window here on my Windows. My SQL Server is running on my Mac, so that's why I have given the IP address. Let me edit this connection and show it to you. What all things I have to enter. I have to enter the name of the connection. It can be anything. whatever I want. I have to enter the host name, that is like host name can be an IP address or a host name, but usually it's better to use IP address when you are connecting the server in a local area network, or even in wide area network it's preferred to use the IP address because it's easier to connect and identify. Port number is 1433 because SQL Server works on this port number, that is 1433, and then user ID is SA, the default system administrator user ID, and the password is hidden, but I can show you later on, but it's because it's my local password, so I can share it anyways. So this is basically the connection, and if I click on test, you can say that Table Plus connection is okay, and when I click on connect, it will open the Table Plus window. So when you open the Table Plus window, let me maximize this window a bit. Okay, so I have maximized the window now. We have connected to SQL Server. We have connected to SQL Server 2019 or SQL on Mac, and I have maximized the window. So it is taking the whole window. You can see here, this will show the items. This will show the queries, this will show the history. Right now it's the blank because I have just connected to the server. I haven't opened the database. At a time, as I said, that in the free version or in the free trial version, you can only open at a time 2 connections, or at a time 2 windows you can open. Okay, so every time you have to connect to one single database. So to connecting to the database, you have to click on this one, show the list of databases. So you can click and connect to a database. Not only you can connect to the database, you can also create a database. So if you click on plus, it will create a database for you. You have to just name the database here. You have to select the encoding, collation, whatever the default setting usually which comes in SQL Server, the same thing will come here, and you can create the database. Not only that, you can even delete the database. So let me select this bookstore DB. So this is just a sample application, another sample application, or let me open this modern architecture shop DB. So this is basically the database is from my live coding sessions. So you can open this database. I'll open this database. You can see here it's showing the tables, products. So when I click on products, it will show the list of the products. When I click on product stores, it will show me the list of the product stores. When I click on stores, it will show me the list of the stores. This functions is basically for stored procedures and functions. Okay, and now if you click on this safe mode level is also there. I haven't used it, so I don't know much about it. This option is right now disabled. If you see here, basically this option is for commit the changes to the databases. So if you have done some changes into the table and you want to commit those changes, you can click on this link. Let's say if I delete this table, okay, although I am not going to delete it, but if let's say if I delete it, I'll say cascade, okay, and this is red. So now you can see here this thing is enabled, which says discard all the changes. This one will say preview your changes as SQL statements, and this one will say commit your changes. So when I click on commit your changes, these changes will be committed to the databases. Okay, so I'll discard this thing. So my changes are safe now. Again, not only this, as I said, I can connect to 2 different connections. So right now you can see here 1, 2, 3. 3 tabs are open. Wow, on Windows I think 3 tabs works, but anyways on Mac it only allows 2 tabs to be open. So we have 3 tabs. Let me connect to another. So let me connect to the this one, my local Mac. So this is my MariaDB connection. I don't know whether it will work or not. Okay, so it's saying connecting to the database, but I really doubt that it will work because the IP is incorrect. So I need to edit that connection. So what I'll do is I will close this connection. So when I click this, see the whole window is closed. Now let me edit the IP address of my this thing local. Let me see which database is this. This I have created pretty way back. Okay, this also seems to me like SQL Server. Okay, so what will I do is I will delete this thing. Okay, And since I have to connect to my MariaDB connection, so let me show how I will connect to my MariaDB connection. Basically what I do is I use containers to run databases so that it is pretty much isolated. So I have two databases servers running by default on my Mac. So one is MariaDB, one is SQL Server. I just showed you SQL Server. Let me connect and show you MariaDB. So I will click on here. I will click on MariaDB and I'll give the name. Before clicking on MariaDB, what I'll do is I'll edit this connection and I'll take this IP address because IP address is same for both the servers. Okay, so now I have taken this IP address. I'll click here MariaDB and I'll name this as Mac MariaDB. Okay, and then in the host name I will put this one IP address, and the basically the databases works on different ports. So MariaDB usually works on a particular port, but for my containerized MariaDB the port number is 32768. So 32768 is the port number. It's showing 77, it would be single 7. So 32768 is the port number. User will be root, and I haven't given any password, so there won't be any password. And when I click on test, it will say connection is okay. So now the connection is okay. So I will save this connection, and when I double click on this thing, so you can see here my MariaDB is connected, and I can, as just like SQL Server, I can connect to this one. See, you can see here MySQL, performance schema, telemetry, ORS, telemetry 1. So these are all the databases on which I am working. I'll select the Expansor, which is my open source application database. I'll click on this, I'll click on open. So you can see here the database is open. Not only this, I can see the content of the databases. Let's say if I have to write a SQL query, I'll click on this one. This will open my SQL query window. I will write a SQL query. Let me write a SQL query for insert operations. So I have basically a query in my clipboard which I have copied. So I'll paste that query. So you can see here this is an app user insert query, and when I click run here, it will see query 2 okay, and it will see that query 2 is okay. And when I reset this thing, you can see in the functions this app user insert query is there. So this is how I have created a stored procedure. So as you can see here, this is complete multi-database solution. So you can connect to SQL Server, you can connect to all the databases listed here, MySQL, SQL Server, Postgres, NoSQL databases also. I have just showed you two examples, that is MariaDB and SQL Server. Let me connect to SQL Server once again. I will click on this one, SQL on Mac. I'll double click this. I'll select the table here. Let's select, this time I'll select the basket table. And here you can see here, so I can move between the databases, and you can see the same window you will get a common look and feel, and using the same window you can work on two different databases using one single window or one single application. So this is the main benefit of using TablePlus. So in this video you learned how we can use TablePlus to connect to multiple databases simultaneously as well as one by one. So instead of installing different database tools like SQL Server Management Studio for SQL Server, or MySQL Workbench for MySQL, or SQLite Manager for SQLite, we can just use one tool called TablePlus for managing all the other databases which can be on your system or on other systems also. Like in my case, I showed you how I can connect to my databases on the Mac from my Windows machine. I hope you liked this video, and if you like this video, then please subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends, family and colleagues. Your subscribing and sharing will encourage me to create more such developer tools videos. So until my next video, take care. Bye bye.